Today we are reacting to I'm Still Corin. The internet hates Chibi Reviews. Let's check it out.
Guys, the internet is not your friend, and some things do not need to be discussed on it. So recently, a new drama or hot topic, whatever you want to call it, has emerged in the past 24 hours, and it's all centered around the anime YouTuber Chibi Reviews. Now, if you've never heard of Chibi before, he's basically a YouTuber who at one point in time used to do a lot of reviews on anime, but now he just kind of covers whatever hot topic he wants to talk about in anime or whatever rant he wants to go on. Well, 2 days ago, he would upload a video titled I Lost Everything.
I'll say this. I never watched any Chibi Reviews videos before. I've only recently heard about him, maybe like, let's say, last year or whenever I've been on Twitter. I think that's like the most I've like seen or interact with the guy. Well, not necessarily personally on a personal level, but like seen him was like on Twitter, tweeting his tweets and stuff. But I never like reached out and like watched his videos or like knew anything about him. Most of the stuff I've seen so far, it's just been kind of negative and, in bad taste. But yeah, I never, never truly like got into his videos, never really got into his content. So I want to know if you guys ever like watched his videos before or were fans of him. Let me know.
Where in the video he would explain that he found out that not only is his fiance cheating on him, but she was cheating on him with his best friend of 10 years.
I discovered my fiance cheating on me with my best friend of 10 years. I confronted her about this.
Yeah, a little side note, not to take away from the video, but a little side note. I like Farron. You guys are fans of Farron? Farron Beyond's Journey's End. I like Farron. Fern, Stork, the gang. I like them. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I would get this type of PC. Ever since his drama came out, I don't think I would get like a Farron style PC. What's really interesting about this whole him coming out like talking about this is his background. Like, look at his background. He got Farron, and he got this anime character. I think they said that's Asdef from A Coming a Kill. I think that's what it's called. That anime. I just think it's funny. Like, you would have like a serious moment, right? You're doing a serious moment, and you choose to have this in your background. Like, come on, man. You could have like turned around and faced a blank wall or something. But hey, do you, bro? Do you? But let's continue.
And she apologized. And
Before you say anything, before you say anything, let's ask ourselves this question: did you accept the apology? Did you accept the apology? Did you look away? Did you turn away? What did you do in that moment when she apologized? What did you do? Oh, I know. Like, what did he do at that moment? Did you accept the apology? Also, I don't know if he took her back. I don't think he took her back, but it's the idea of like, what did you do in that moment? I want to know.
being with her already for multiple years, and then finding out my best friend. So much betrayal. There was moments where he was hurting years ago with COVID, and I gave him money for he could have bills paid and his family wouldn't have to worry. I cared for him. He said he was moving down here in a few months. And
that's how he do you? And that's how he did you, right? He backdoor you, huh? Sad tale. Your best friend backdoor you? Was he really your best friend at all? Was he ever your best friend? Was he ever your friend? Or was he just trying to get something out of you? Something you gotta think about, Chibi. Was he ever a friend to begin with? Something to think about.
I now know why. He wanted to. What I will say, I lost a lot. I lost a lot.
And I think we can all agree, just hearing this situation at face value sounds so grimy. Imagine your best friend, your day one homie. You randomly find out that this person has been plotting on your girl, your fiance, your soon to be wife, and they are having an affair behind your back while they are smiling in your face. Not only that, he is planning to move where you're living at, and you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna get to spend so much.
Yeah, he's planning on moving, right? He's planning on moving. Yeah, he's planning on moving in the same state or same town as you for a good reason. It ain't for you, buddy. Trust me. It ain't for you. I'm sorry. It's not for you, bro. Yeah. He's moving all right.
Much more time with my day one homie. That situation's enough to make anyone's chest hurt. But the craziest part wasn't just the fact that his fiance and his best friend were having an affair behind his back. No, the craziest part is that Chibi would go on to reveal that his entire social circle, his entire group of friends that he games with, they knew about this the entire time and they just didn't care.
I did what anyone probably would reasonably do. I wanted to confide in someone. Not really.
The person you should really truly confide in moments like this, God. Like, truly be honest with yourself. The person you should really confide in, the person you should really talk about your problems and all what's going on in your life is God. You should have, went to church, sat down in a church, or heck, not even just a church, in your own home, and just talk to God about it, man. I don't think you should have came to the internet, because this lets you know what I've seen this past weekend. You should have kept that to yourself. You should have kept all this to yourself, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You was getting clowned so hard on Twitter, bro. And part of that reason you getting clowned is your own fault, because, again, the type of stuff you were talking about on Twitter, the type of stuff you was getting into, yeah, nobody took your sympathy at heart. But besides that, like, me, I'm trying to be sympathetic, trying to be empathetic in a certain way, trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, trying to do my best. I just think you should talk that to God. I really think you should talk to God about it. Should have, laid it out to the Father, to the Lord. I don't think this, coming to the internet, confessing all this is a good idea. I mean, if you're trying to milk drama, cool. If you gotta get your bills paid, cool. I understand you gotta get your bills paid, but I just, for the sake of money's not everything. I just think this is a serious moment. I don't know if you monetize this video or not, but I just feel like this is something that you should talk to God about. Talk to Jesus about. My humbly opinion.
To my gaming friend group that I've known just as long as my best friend that...
About your gaming friend group, were they really your friends, or did they even care about you? Like, I mean, for them to know and not care, like, were they all your friends, really, at the end of the day? Like, I don't know what kind of friend group that was. I don't know what kind of friends you had. I seriously want to know what they look like. I really, truly, I've been, ever since I heard about this story, bro, I've been wanting to know, what does your friends look like? What they look like? Your best friend, what does he look like? We know what your ex-fiance look like. We know what she looks like. But I kind of want to know what your best friend look like. I want to know what your friends look like, because I just want to get a picture of what they look like and go from there. But again, were they truly your best friend? Were they truly your friends? For them to do this to you, it's just like, man, you just got backstabbing back door. That's all I can say.
My fiance cheated with. I talk with them, and they straight up, they admit to me they don't care, basically, what my used to be best friend did. They prefer gaming with him, and I thought these guys were my friends. I did.
So they prefer gaming with him, but not with you. It's crazy. So now you have no more gaming buddies no more. Nobody to game with. Nobody get in the Discord no more with. It's crazy. It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world we live in.
And they more or less, they just cared about gaming with him, and they didn't care about everything. They're completely okay with everything. And so, more or less, I lost my whole friend group. My best friend that I basically called a brother.
One of the most cursed experiences I've ever heard. Like, this literally sounds like something out of some messed up movie. I think we can all agree that if we were in this situation, we would hate it. We would literally hate to be in this situation. And because of that, a lot of people tend to have sympathy for people who are in poor situations. So you would imagine that after Chibi uploaded this video, seeing how many views it got, how hot of a topic this became, that a lot of people would be flooding him with sympathy. Well, not really. Actually, the exact opposite happened, because while Chibi's community would go on to send him sympathy, many people online would actually celebrate that this happened to him, even going on to congratulate his friend group, his best friend, and his fiance. And you might be saying to yourself, Corin, what type of evil world are we living in? Why would people be celebrating that this happened to this person? Well, the thing is, Chibi Reviews isn't really that liked online. In fact, he's actually one of the most hated anime content creators in the entire anime scene. So let's go over some of the biggest reasons why people don't like Chibi Reviews, and why it might make more sense that people would be very, very happy that this happened to him. Number one, Chibi Reviews is a lolly defender. If you don't know what lolly is, it is a...
Listen, man. Oh my goodness. I hate lollicons. I hate lollies. I hate lollicons. As a grown man, how could you sit here and defend, or how could you sit here and like lollies? Little anime girl characters. Not just any anime character, and not just any female anime character. The little girl ones. The ones that you try to justify. Oh, that's just a 1,000-year-old girl. She's just 100 years old. She's just a 25-year-old girl. That's a little girl. You like little girls. I can't trust them. I can't trust guys like that. If I had a friend, right, which this happened before, I knew someone, I stopped messing with them because I found out they were into lollies, and I just can't get down with that. I can't get down with people that like lollies. Like, if I know that you're into lollies, I'll cut you off because you're a liability. I can't be around with you, man. Listen, you seen what happened to LaCory, right? If you know what happened to LaCory, you understand. Like, I just can't. You're just a liability. I don't trust people, especially men that likes lollies. That's weird, bro. That's the weirdest thing. How can you like little anime girl characters? Again, it's not like you can't justify that. Because if you like little anime girl characters, what's stopping you from liking real little girls in real life? That's the way I see it. It's like, if you like the little characters, soon that's going to turn into real life problems in real life situations. No. So if you have a friend and they're into lollies, cut them off. I'm sorry, just cut them off. Like, I don't care. It's just they're a liability. It's you can't, bro. Like that's sick. And to me, that's just sick.
Japanese trope that is seen in anime and manga that depicts young female characters. These characters are always made to look like children, even if on special...
Yeah, as I'm saying, like, how can you like this? How can you, as a grown man, like this? And think this is attractive in any kind of way? Like, how can you find this attractive? It's not attractive. This is a little kid. This is a little girl. So if you find this attractive, in real life, you might find an actual child like this attractive. That's gross. That's very gross.
Occasions where they're actually not children, they are still depicted to look like children, and almost
If they're depicted to look like children, that's still weird and gross. You can't justify that. I'm sorry. You just cannot justify, oh, that person's just 1,000 years old, or these are 100 years old, they're 500 years old, they're 25, they're like 21. No, that's a little kid, bruh. That's a little kid. I don't care what you say. That's a little kid.
always lolly characters are sexualized in some way. I think you understand where this is going. Yeah, many people have criticized this trope heavily because it's quite literally one step before CP, yet Chibi has made it
Yes, it is. It truly is. That's how I view it. That's how I view lollies and lollicons. That's how I view it.
his brand to be the figurehead of lolly defenders, to talk about how much he loves lolly. Chibi
That's a crazy title, and why would that be a hill you die on? Why would that be a hill you die on? Let me know why. Why would you want to profess that? Why would you want to do that? That's crazy.
loves lolly so much that he even talks about his favorite lollies of the season, which is a crazy statement to say out loud.
And I found my lolly of the season. Naru, so fucking cute, but so is Hina. Oh!
Disgusting, literally disgusting. And as horrible of an argument as it is, I know
Grown man, by the way. Grown man, by the way. Again, that's a grown man. That's a grown man. Like, bro, I like anime like the next guy, but I'm not into lollies. And I don't get hype like that, bro. That's just crazy.
there's going to be at least one person who says, okay, well, they're not real kids. They're not, they're fictional characters. Is it really that bad? Well, for all legal purposes, this is an alleged tweet.
Went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day, LOL. Went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day, LOL. When I saw this tweet, right? Like, I saw this on my timeline in real time. The first thought that came to me was, lock this man up. Lock him up and put him on a list. Now. He needs to be put on a list now. He needs to be locked up now. Why would you say that? Like, that's weird. Like, are you so far removed from reality? Is this where we at? That we're so delusionized, removed from reality, that we start talking like this? Come on. BFFR. BFFR. Please.
From Chibi Reviews, where he goes on to say, went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day, LOL. So you tell me, viewer, is it actually that bad? Because I don't think you can go to Walmart and find random cartoon little girls out there, so I can only imagine he's talking about one other thing, and that's the real thing. And even if the character isn't explicitly a lolly or explicitly looks like a child, Chibi always finds a way to coincidentally sexualize an underage character. A little while ago, he was receiving backlash for his comments towards the character Amo from Gachi Akuda. Chibi would upload this image saying she looks very happy, and this other one of Amo in a compromising position saying what a character design. For context, in the show Gachi Akuda, Amo is like a 13-year-old girl who was sold away by her mother and is repeatedly sexually abused by a grown man. The first image that Chibi uploaded is literally the sequence where Amo is being sexually sexually abused by this grown man and she's trying to process it in her child mind. The second image is quite literally after the act is done and Amo is laying there trying to understand what just happened. And this goes back to what I was talking about when I said a lot of people don't like Chibi because he's a lolly defender. Because on top of him being a lolly defender, Chibi intentionally goes out his way to find depictions of underage characters being sexually abused or, you know, just in very inappropriate situations and highlight it on his platform. And because he's never been charged with anything, I won't put any allegations on him, but what I will say is I have never seen a single person online that has been defending lolly or, you know, is into this weird, you know, lolly stuff and they don't like the real thing. There's a part in Chibi's I Lost Everything video where he went on to say this.
I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes. I know. I piss people off. I annoy them.
If I didn't give you the context as to what Chibi actually does, you would think he's just a normal guy who's just like kind of annoying but just makes content. People have been speculating if Chibi is a pedo for years based on how he presents himself online. And it's not just the lolly stuff. Chibi also advocates for
incest in anime is based and tired of people saying it's not. Oh God. Now he's one of those types that also likes incest in anime. Bro, this is not looking good, bro. First it's the lolly, now it's the incest. Okay. I see what kind of man he is. Okay. He's one of them deranged fans, one of them weird anime fans, ones that you gotta stay away from a distance type fans. You know, he's one of those freakazoids. Freakazoid.
for stuff like incest. If I were to round up every single degenerate.
Okay, everything I've learned about Chibi Reviews is against my will, but this is what I heard. She was 18, he was 28. Okay, so she was 18, right? So was she like 18 high school or like 18? Because I don't know. It's just like 18 is kind of crazy in a sense. I mean, I understand it's legal age, but still, it's just like I don't know. I just because like when I was 18, I was in high school. So I'm trying to figure out like where did he meet her? Was she still in school? Like I want to know, like, cause again, when I was 18, I was in high school, and usually most 18-year-olds are in high school. So I just want to know. And also, he was 28. But you don't like what, bro? I wouldn't do this. I don't know. I wouldn't do this type of relationship at all. I wouldn't do it. It's too young. Like, what could they talk about? I don't know. He was abusive. Huh? Okay. So far, she was 18. I don't know how or when they met, but he was 28 in a relationship. And he was abusive. He's friends with Tectone. Okay. He cheated on her too. Did he? On what? Who could he possibly cheated on with her with? His body pillow. He's pro ice. Yeah, I've seen. Well, I've seen him double downing and professing that he supports ice. I remember he kind of crashed out and said that he's a lolicon. Okay, he's transphobic. Okay, he's racist. Okay, he's misogynistic. Okay, I kind of want to see the he's racist thing right here. I kind of see what he's racist about. But yeah. So that's what he's that's his that's everything about Chibi. Everything
tweet or thing Chibi has said on the internet, this would be a 3-hour-long video. I mean, there was a guy who was reacting to people celebrating that this stuff happened to Chibi, and he went on to say, a man nearly took his own life and this is how you respond. Absolute scum. Because I forgot to mention, Chibi went on to say in his I Lost Everything video that after he found out that his fiance cheated on him, that he was thinking about committing, or like he almost committed. But the same guy who tweeted that the people celebrating are absolute scum was then flooded with all the things Chibi has done, and he responds under his same tweet, damn, didn't know Chibi did all that. Same day, by the way. And I'm not telling people they should clown him for it, but it's kind of ironic to tell people that they should care that Chibi almost committed, because Chibi's also the same person who mocked a 17-year-old trans kid who took their own life. He made an entire post mocking the kid, talking about how mentally
The poster is deceased and was only 17. They clearly were a mentally unwell kid, and people are happy a kid is gone for political gotchas. They said some racist comments, and they did deserve to be called out for that. However, mocking the dead, especially kids 2-4, also appears they were trans as well. As I said above, they clearly were mentally unstable and needed help. Okay.
unwell they were because they were trans. Did I also mention that Chibi advocates for incest? So knowing all this about Chibi, it doesn't really surprise me that many people don't actually feel bad for him, which is why I said in the beginning of the video that the internet is not your friend and everything doesn't need to be brought to the internet, because I honestly don't understand why he brought this to the internet, because all I could imagine is that he would have to expect that many people would be making fun of him.
Like I said, should took it with God. Should kept it up with God.
Y'all are going crazy with the comparisons of Chibi Reviews after his fall off with his fiance cheating on him. So if y'all do not know who Chibi Reviews is, he's a very popular YouTuber who just had his fiance.
And he's getting compared to the guy from Winter Girlfriend. That's crazy, bro. Getting compared to the guy from Winter Girlfriend. I think his name is Kazuya. From the main character from Winter Girlfriend, Kazuya. That's crazy. Getting compared to him.
Cheat on him with his best friend who he's been friends with for 10 years. Now you might be wondering, why is he getting this hate? Why are people preying on his downfall? This is just the tip of the iceberg. He has an obsession with lollies, number one. He's made videos pro-ICE. He's racist. He scammed his followers out of $16K. PDF. He's done attacks against other artists. And bro, some of these memes that people are creating are insane. And the fact that he's literally gone public saying that he's a fan of NTR. If y'all don't know what NTR is,
Being a fan of NTR, that's crazy work, man. That's crazy. Like, oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, you're also a fan of NTR. That's crazy. That's weird, bro. Like, as a man, as a human being, how can you sit there and like NTR? Like, how can you sit and live with yourself liking that kind of stuff? Like, what does that do for you? How does that make, like, how do you just wake up and just like, yeah, I want to look at some NTR, I want to read some NTR, I want to watch some NTR? Like, that's weird, bro. Like that's just weird to me. Like, my goodness, bro. Like, I mean, it's so funny because it's so fitting, because his life, his relationship was NTR. You get it? Because he likes NTR, so it happened in real life for him. He got to experience NTR for real. It's crazy. Because there's like actual men out here that are into NTR. You know, that likes reading it and watching it and also indulging it in their real life. It's crazy.
you can look it up. But yeah, NTR lover got NTR'd IRL. Insane. You got people saying Chibi Reviews got that Oda level foreshadowing because somebody said, aren't you a cuck, little bro? And he said, having a fiance means I'm a cuck. What? Dude, honestly,
I mean, what happened to you? Yeah. What your fiance did? Yeah. You liking that kind of stuff? Yeah.
some top tier foreshadowing. Chibi got that Oda level foreshadowing. This dude Chibi just needs to get off the internet and just literally never return to social media.
But I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments. What are your opinions on Chibi Reviews? Do you feel bad for him? Do you not feel bad? Or do you just not care at all? I appreciate you checking out another video, and until then.
Okay, guys, I'm still Cohen. The internet hates Chibi Reviews. What you think about Chibi Reviews? Me personally, I don't know much about the guy, but the stuff I've seen on Twitter, never got into his content, never watched him. But I can't trust a guy that's into lollies. I'm sorry that I can't trust a guy. And him liking NTR is crazy. Like I don't know how you as a man like NTR. Hope none of you guys are into lollies or like NTR, incest, and all that. Hope you guys are not like cheating. Don't become a chibi, please. Don't end like him. But it's just crazy, man. Like if you was on Twitter this weekend, bro, it was it was wild. Like the stuff that was like being said about him, it was a wild time. But don't forget to like, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.